Okay. So when you get your MOAB bed, it'll be strapped on, strapped inside with the. Often there's, if you're getting the install kit, it's often the rails are in here as well. In order to install the kit, these are what we call the bed rails, and they're the horizontal rails that go across the van that the rest of the bed snaps into. So we're going to mount these on the vertical rails that we just installed, and then the MOAB bed will be able to click into it. And we're in this field in Washington right now at the Overland Northwest, and these guys will be able to sleep in their van tonight. So
Day one.
if you use your knife to cut through here, be careful that you're not scraping the aluminum. You don't want to scratch your new aluminum. There's two different sizes. There'll be a short one and a long one. The short one is for the passenger side, and the long one is for the driver's side. Okay? If you did buy the extra tracks, then you'll need to take these bolts out and mount the track right here and through bolt them again. And that will give you extra, the ability to strap gear down on top of the bed and use it as a storage shelf as well. These bolts will come with each of the MOAB beds. You're going to use, you'll take the nut off, and there's a flange that you're going to keep on the bolt, and you'll set this at the height that you want the bed. It can go anywhere on this track. We're going to keep it low since these people are just going to use it tonight, and we're going to be pulling everything off and installing the rest of the kit tomorrow.
Let's go right over the lowest rim nut.
So
Right over that one.
right over the, okay, and down?
Up.
Up?
Yep.
Okay, so we're just going to set it there, and as long as we are both setting it in the same spot, which we just chose to put it over the bolt, and we're going to slap it on. So what you're going to want to be conscious of is that as you put it on, this flange doesn't knock out and become crooked. You want it slipped into that pocket. And a size 14 or 9/16 socket will work on this nut. Just give it a crank, and now this is on. We'll go ahead and do that to the other side here. You know, here's something just to point out. This is square, and so it'll only go in if you're not unable to get it on there. You're just going to twist it, and it'll finally pass through, and then put the flange over the top. When we set this on, again, be careful that that flange doesn't knock loose, and that it maintains. There we go. Its place within the hole here. And every time you put on a bolt, or when you're slipping a bolt in here or a nut over the top of the bolt, just make sure you're not cross-threading. So you can use the 14 millimeter or a 9/16 socket, give it a little crank. You don't have to over tighten it. And now this rail system is ready to slip the bed in. So there's 3 panels, but only one of them needs to be in the very back. And you can tell by the extra kick out that it has here. When you get the bed, it might be a little stiff, so all of the felt and all of the it's all brand new, so you can kind of squeeze it up and down a few times to work it out a little bit. The more you use it, the more this will push up and become more free floating. The way you want to think about this is not that you're squeezing it together like an accordion, but that you're going to squish one side down, lift it up, set one side into place, and then you're just sort of letting the other side grow and lock itself in. The other panels can go in either way, but I like to take them and stagger them. So one of the smaller ends are facing this way and then zigzagging their way down. And that locks the bed in nice and solid. And now the bed is ready to be slept on.